Oh my. Aren't we gamers whiny little pieces of shit? Yes, I mean it. We gamers tend to act like ungrateful, self-entitled, spoilt crybabies. And it's you. It's because of you that I had to make this video while I was in the middle of making some other awesome video. But I really had to talk about this. This is Kankicks and you're watching Overwatch competitive match from season 11 that is currently going on. And I've been playing Zarya a lot, and I mean a lot. I've been trying to get better with her. Generally I play Diva a lot, but this time around I've somehow been inclined towards Zarya. So coming back to the topic, Blizzard has these seasonal events for their games including Overwatch. So an event can be, for example, a summer event or a holiday event. It can be a winter event or an annual event or even a New Year event where gamers are treated with all kinds of goodies, and there's always mini games that capture the theme of the event, and they also have some event specific items, etc, etc. Same goes for Overwatch. Every year Overwatch has these summer game events where players are treated with new skins, cosmetic goodies and Lucio Ball. Now Lucio Ball is a limited time event, but oh my God, people are pissed that we are getting the same event for the third time in a row. Now it absolutely does not matter that they're introducing a new stadium or giving us new skins or cosmetic items, but no, Blizzard are lazy fucks who do not give a damn about their customers. Well, at least according to the forums out there, the social media posts, the other vocal channels, and all this negativity makes me want to throw up. Now, to put things into perspective, these things are absolutely free of any cost. These are limited time events, but they do not have any price of admission. Blizzard over here is not trying to sell you something or some shady pass like the Destiny's annual pass, which mind you does not even tell you what you're going to get in it. उन्होंने बस वहाँ पास रखा हुआ है, आप लोगों को बेच रहे हैं, but उसमें क्या होगा, क्या चीज़ें होंगी. There are some cosmetic skins and items in it and probably some gameplay content also in it, but exactly क्या है किसी को नहीं पता, पर वो बैठ के बेच रहे हैं. The balls Bungie has. On top of it, Bungie even sells those overpriced piecemeal DLCs for Destiny. अगर Bungie ये चीज़ें नहीं कर रही होंगी, then they would be sneakingly throttling your XP or crippling the XP or that event in some shape, way or form, which Blizzard does not do. Yes, I'm calling out to Destiny. I mean Bungie, what the F? God damn it, you need to understand that this particular event is free on top of all the new heroes and maps that Blizzard has been drip feeding us for free. But yeah, all Blizzard wants to do is make money. Why don't you go and tell that to Bungie? Now I completely understand voicing one's opinion is very important. I'm always inclined towards consumer choice and having a consumer voice. But this particular time, this one time, I just feel like siding with the developers. Now I know there are fantastic ideas for summer game events that Overwatch players keep suggesting to Blizzard. Like for example, the new hero, what's his name? Hammond's Wrecking Ball. Some people say let's have an Overwatch Mario Kart kind of event. And why don't we have something with Junkrat, Nerf guns, paintballs, or Junkrat Arena? That sounds great, etc, etc. Well, आप लोग अगर लिस्ट बना रहे हो तो here's my list. Why don't we have Diva's mech battles? That would be fantastic. How about Hanzo's archery range? What about McCree's shooting range? Or Genji, what about him? Genji's talwarbazi? Or Farah's basketball throws? Or Doomfist's volleyball? That would be so cool. And you know what? I can come up with 10 other within the next few minutes, and Blizzard over there are just whiling away their time doing absolutely dog shit. Yeah, we do not realize that throwing ideas is very easy, but materializing them, even अगर हम एक छोटी सी चीज़ ले, let alone a seasonal event, एक cosmetic item भी ले, it is a big task. A seasonal event becomes a monumental task, especially considering Blizzard is one of those super slow companies that likes to keep polishing their stuff till they're happy with it. Everything, even a small item that needs to be made, needs development resources, artist resources, time, money, energy, effort. And mind you, all this stuff that Blizzard is giving is free. And everything as small as ordinary skins begs for resources and costs money. Blizzard does not owe you anything. Heck, it does not owe you anything beyond their standard game. But they still do it. You know why? Because of all the huge, ginormous companies out there. Blizzard is one of those companies that feel like they care. that there are genuine people behind those games, people who just want you to have a good time. But using that sentiment to arm twist them is an entirely different matter. Punjabi च एक कहावत है, मैं हथ देता तो ता पहुंचा फड़ लिया, which roughly translates to that I gave you my hand but you grabbed onto my shirt. Now I know Blizzard, like any other company or human being, are flawed. Of course they want to make money. Of course they are a big corporate having a corporate mindset. वो business है, उसने पैसे बनाने हैं. Of course they have loot boxes, which I'm totally against. But they genuinely care about their products and their customers, at least till now. So going after particular developers or individuals is a complete no-no. We are not supposed to call them out. We are not supposed to call them out individually. World of Warcraft always had seasonal events, and they mostly had the same events over and over again every year. But World of Warcraft players really, and I mean it really, created a stink about it. And mind you that particular game had a monthly fees of around $15 so it roughly equates to 1200 rupees monthly subscription fees that these players used to pay for World of Warcraft. And even then, they rarely complained about events. In fact, we actually enjoyed these events. We looked forward to these events, like the Halloween event, the Headless Horseman. And if you ask me, I would honestly rather have Blizzard working on new heroes, new maps that will be permanent additions to the game, rather than these limited time events that really do not matter. But then people argue, Blizzard is a big company and Overwatch has a separate team. They are just pouring our money that they have taken from us into other resources, into other projects and into esports. Yes, they are. It's a fact. It's a business. They can spend their earned money wherever the F they want to. And even though Overwatch has a separate team, there are always shared resources between teams. A company cannot work without it. And with World of Warcraft's Battle for Azeroth expansion, which is an expansion to World of Warcraft that is releasing just around the corner of the summer game event for Overwatch, then I bet you that there would be massive amount of shared resources. To a point, they might even pull out few members of the Overwatch team to dedicatedly work on BFA or the release of BFA. And it's obvious that they had to thin down the Overwatch summer event plans. Yes, they're obviously rerouting the money that they have made from Overwatch into their other projects and into esports. They are a business. Now, I'm not going to be the one that's going to go on the other extreme and tell you to shut the fudge up and enjoy your video game. Complaining is in fact good. Voicing against anti-consumer practices is absolutely essential. Heck, अगर हमने complaining ना की होती, then Xbox would have gone ahead with their DRM plans. EA would have been sucking up blood with their microtransactions and their minimum viable product offerings. We would have been still climbing towers in UB games. And online passes for moving an inch in the game would be the industry standard, and BioWare would not have been called out for their Mass Effect Andromeda's shit. But petulance is unacceptable. We need to be pragmatic with how we approach these issues. You have all the right. I mean, we all have all the right to ask or demand for new seasonal events. We are their fucking customers. But calling developers lazy fucks, telling them that they are incompetent shitholes is just totally unacceptable. These are people, mind you, just like you and me. And they work really, really hard. They work insanely hard. They have to work insane long hours just like you and me. And like us, they feel when we say something to them. It hurts. Out of all the biggies out there, I feel Blizzard is one of those very few companies that actually listen to their consumer base and are open and transparent to whatever they are doing, and they are always ready to hear us, always ready to change, though they do it very, very slowly. But what is nice is that Blizzard is at least not splitting up their customer base or segregating them into various compartments. They don't indulge in these shitty practices where they say if you did not buy this, you cannot play this, just like Destiny. Or neither are they shutting or walling off a piece of content that you already paid for. Again, I'm calling out Destiny. Now I'm very clear that we should definitely not be hypocrites and treat Blizzard any differently than what we do for, say, an example in the case of Bungie or EA. But we also need to consider what they have been doing and whether a particular thing that they have done, does that thing warrant such an extreme hate or it does not. We should stop acting like indignant gamers and grow the F up. Now, this might come across as a rant, but I genuinely feel that we should not cross a particular line. So where should we stop? When should we voice our opinion and when should we not? What should we voice and what should we avoid? Well, honestly speaking, even I don't know. There is a very thin line between protecting one's interest and acting like entitled gamers. It's not just about what we say but how we say it. We need to be aware of what we are discrediting the company for. There needs to be a reason and credibility in that particular argument. We need to cross-check, always cross-check, if what we are voicing is a genuine grievance or a spoilt entitlement. We also need to understand that we as gamers are not always correct. We as people are not always correct. We, most of the time, are wrong. But what is crystal clear is that we should never single out a particular developer or a group of developers or point them out personally. Neither we should demand that they should agree with us. We should make them hear our opinions. No doubt we should make them hear our opinions, but we should never try to impose our particular wills and beliefs on them. So that's about it, you self-entitled pricks. This was Kankicks, kicking out.